I want to thank you for joining me again as we continue on with our series, From Other to One Another, our daily devotional series that accompanying our Sunday morning sermon series. I want to thank you for joining us for that as we explore the richness of our relationships with one another. Recently, Aaron lost his keys, and they had been gone for a week before I even realized that he had lost them. He had told me one day on our way to church that morning that he needed me or he needed my keys in order to drive, and I thought that was weird because he had his own. He said, "Well, I don't have them." But he didn't say that he had lost them. Lara had gotten back from San Diego, and after being back for almost a week, it came out that he had lost his keys. And Lara was, "Have you looked for him?" "Yeah, I looked for him. I looked down where I usually take my keys out and put them with my wallet, and I looked where I put my wallet, and they weren't there." And he said, "I think they might be out in the Equinox, but have you looked?" "No, I haven't looked there yet." And it was just a totally different experience from what happens with me when I lose my keys. When Timothy and Krista were little, I had gotten home and I put my keys down on the table, and I got ready to leave one day, and my keys were gone, just gone. And I had no idea. I knew exactly where I put them, but they weren't there, and I had no clue where they could have gotten to. We were living in a 12 by 15 foot mobile home at the time, and I just began to ransack that mobile home until I could find my keys. At wit's end, I decided I'll look in the toy box. Kids' toy boxes in the living room, and I ripped things out of the toy box, and down at the bottom of the toy box was my key ring with all of my keys. I guess the previous night when the kids were told to put their toys away, they decided that my keys were part of their toy chest now, and they made their way in there. But entirely different approach to searching. In the book of Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, the author of 1 Thessalonians, Paul tells us, "See that no one pays evil for evil, but always seek to do good for one another and to everyone." How's your search going? Paul sends us on a scavenger hunt for one another. He sends us out as a search party for one another. Not to look for one another, but on behalf of one another. And what we are searching for is what is good for each other. Let's go back to the searching of keys. Let's say you have lost your keys, someone else has lost theirs. How are you going to look for the keys of each party? Usually we will put on a strong search for ourselves. We will look around a little bit for each other's things. The verb tense of that search that Paul provides for us is a present tense, which is an ongoing effort, an ongoing search, that we are continually searching for the good for one another. How is your search going? Many times we'll search with great effort for ourselves, but when it comes to looking for the best for others, our search lacks effort. We don't put forth the energy for each other that we might put forth for ourselves. Seek the good. Go on an all-out search, a manhunt for the good for each other. And don't give up until it's found.